at Ascot, the first leg of the quaddie, Mark, we go to the listed Scenic Blast Stakes, and I'm really looking forward to this race. There's a few that have been going head to head, and there's a few that have been in good form. They've been swapping victories in recent times.
They certainly have, and a few queries. Volkov is one of them, but she won the Miss Andretti so impressively last start. Let's have a look at that.
Stablemate's gone up in front of him, King's Troop, and Volkov coming with her run. Candlelight Star is next. Look at Volkov coming down the outside. She ranged up at the 150 and hit the front. She dropped them off. She led a length and a half to King's Troop, and now Durandell. He's coming late. Volkov shaken up though, close to home. Too good. And it's Volkov.
Really nice performance there by Volkov. She deserves to get to one of those type of victories, and she was able to salute on that occasion. But I think when everybody does the form, there was one horse that was incredibly unlucky and looks really well suited here at the 1200 metres.
Certainly does. Durandell, his first two starts in WA have been superb and somewhat luckless in both of them, and just the way he picked up with the top weight last start as well. A really impressive performance and eye-catching. Barrier 8 should be able to stay out of trouble and run a nice race once again. The stablemate as well, King's Troop, of course, the three-quarter brother to Snitzel, was good last start as well. Barrier 4 here, I think, can run a good race with the winkers on as well.
Yeah, ran on strongly, didn't it, and gets in just nicely here with the barrier. The way the race sets up over the 1200 metres, has to be said, the Gan Jemmy stable absolutely flying at the moment as well. So I think they're going to play a big part in this race. I'm going to Durandell, as you mentioned. I think it's been unlucky and could be one of the better bets of the day. From number 3, Volkov, small question mark over the 1200 metres. Number 7, King's Troop, and number 4, Potent Secret.
I've got the 2 on top, Durandell, Adam, from number 7, King's Troop, 3, Volkov, and number 1, Divine Calling.
Race number 6 at Ascot. It is over the 2200 metres. A full field here, Mark, and again, another really open race.
It certainly is, Adam, and we've got McCavity we're going to take a look at. Was comfortably beaten by 4 lengths, but was doing its best work late on a track which certainly suited the leaders. Let's have a look at that replay.
11 seconds, kick well clear at the 250. 11 seconds, pinched a big break out by 4 lengths on Gatting, and then King of Woo, Tarquin Shadow. 11 seconds, he keeps it going with 100 left to go. Gatting won't pick it up, and 11 seconds, a dashing winner, dashing ride. 11 seconds, nearly 3 Gatting, pushed apart.
I'm with you. I think there was a lot to like from that performance, as you can see, getting home strongly. I think the step up to the 2200 metres is ideal. We've been hearing so many great reports around this horse. I think it's going to get a nice run in here. This is a weakish field. It looks a really winnable race for the 4-year-old.
Number 5, Jatumi, desperately unlucky last start. Caught wide and at the back of the field and was still running on very, very powerfully. Has to be considered a chance here again.
I think it has to be probably on top in this race. I think we'll be seeing now that we're stepping up to 2200 metres. It has the most upside in the field. I just think it's going to get that lovely run throughout, and as long as it gets a little bit of luck, it'll be very hard to hold out late.
In a very open race, we've also got the 3-year-old at the bottom there. Broke through its maiden last start, and an all-age maiden over 2,000 metres out to 2,200 metres should suit persistence time.
It's shown a little bit of class throughout the running, hasn't it? It's been a bit hit and miss. It's come up against some very good 3-year-olds, that has to be said, in its runs as well. So as you mentioned, it was a nice win last start in a pretty reasonable bunch. This is, I mean, you could see this race on a Wednesday or a Thursday as well, so I wouldn't be too stressed about that. I think it's one, as you said, that could certainly play a part and maybe add a little bit of value into the quaddie if it's able to get up and salute. But I'm going to go with number 5, Jatumi. I think the runs are on the board here. From number 9, Bergantina, number 2, McCavity, and number 3, Quite Regal.
I've got the 2 on top, McCavity, getting back out over a trip. From number 3, Quite Regal, number 5, Jatumi, and 15, Persistence Time.
Race number 7 at Ascot. It's over the 1400 metres, and Mark, this looks to be another very open race.
Yes, a very good betting race it should be as well. One of these races will wait for the money. Let's have a look at number 9, Atlanta Blue from last start, running a very nice second with 59.5 kilos on her back.
And Barry's Rabbit trying to get into the clear there, but rode a hip and shoulder from the big fellow Dutch Spy and got squeezed back across heels and then found itself with nowhere to go. Snuggalot, though, is the leader. So Snuggalot by a length and a half. Speed Bandit, Dutch Spy, McFryers. Barry's Rabbit eventually getting clear and charging down the outside. Dutch Spy ranged up, grabbed the lead. Barry's Rabbit giving chase with Atlanta Blue, but Dutch...
It was a good performance on that occasion, wasn't it, and attacking the line strongly. This is a horse I really liked as a 3-year-old, but clearly just needed to mature. Now, that appears as though that has occurred. Again, this is a really open race. There are some nice types in this with, you know, Key to Fame, Majinka, All Too Much, these types as well, but I think it can certainly run a nice race here and play a big part.
Alan Kennedy riding in very good form as well, it has to be noted. Number 4, Maginica returns. was very good in the winter months at Belmont. Returns to Ascot here. The recent trial was good. Has had 2 trials coming into this, Adam, so should be fit first up over 1,400 metres.
That's the biggest thing to take a look at. 2 trials working on the sand down there with the Durant and Miller stable, so fitness no issue. You take a look at the first up record, 4 attempts for 2 victories as well. I think last campaign we talk about, well, so much in racing, the maturity. This horse just really needed to do it and did so as well. Was able to win certain races when it was against the conditions as well. I remember one day it led and it was the only horse to lead all day and was able to battle on strongly there as well. So I think it'll be really hard to beat.
Just touch on as well in that trial, it beat Divine Calling, who races in the Scenic Blast Stakes, the listed race. Now, Divine Calling was a Group 2 winner as a 3-year-old and then ran second in a Caulfield Guineas Group 1. Ran second in a listed race in Hong Kong when it went to Hong Kong. Since come back now with Fred Kersley, and it held him quite comfortably to the line. So I think that's a reasonable form line to take out of that trial. And we've also got in the race, Adam, number 12, Celebrity Dream, was just disappointing last start at Pinjarra. First up was good, but I think out to 1,400 metres here is the trick.
I've looked for excuses for her, and if you take a look at my notes, I've got exactly what you said. Maybe as a 4-year-old mare, she's now just out a little bit, needs that extra distance. I think the 1,400 metres is ideal. However, if she doesn't show something here, I might start getting a little bit nervous, but I'm expecting a quick improvement here. But I'm tipping number 4, Maginica, from number 3, Key to Fame, number 12, Celebrity Dream, and at number 7, Your Rummin.
I've got number 4, Maginica on top as well. From the 9, Atlanta Blue, our replay horse. 12, Celebrity Dream, and number 10, Checkers.
Race number 8 here at Ascot. It is a 1,400 metre event, a 72 plus, and Mark, pretty strong field here.
Yes, might be a field job in the quadrilla legs. Adam, let's have a look at last week's performance of Settlers Creek, who ran his 5th second in a row. Hopefully he can go one better here.
With a handy lead, 2.5 in front from Settlers Creek. He's now under the Persuader, but he's nicely clear. Settlers Creek trying to knuckle down, but Barracky beats. Always a tough nut to crack at the 100 when he's in front. He still leads Settlers Creek, who's trying hard, but he won't get there, and Barracky beats all the way. Barracky beats a half.
Good performance again there by Settlers Creek. I don't know what you do as a Nona or as Colin Webster. I mean, are you happy that you're running seconds consistently in 72 plus events, or are you starting to pull out your hair? I'm not sure, but as you mentioned, 5 in a row now. Again, Settlers Creek will get its chance in this race. I think the biggest positive here is there's genuine speed in this race, so it'll be able to attack the line strongly.
There will be a lot of people knocking the horse, but I think you can make genuine excuses for each of his runner-up performances, whether he's just run into one better or just had a bit of bad luck in running. I can make excuses for him once again here. Adam, we've also got in the race Desi's Dream. You have to look at the Cerise and White runners in races like this. It was very good on New Year's Eve when first up, but just really disappointing last start when 10th of 15 behind Bombs Away.
Yeah, it's interesting to see what she can do here, as you mentioned. I mean, that first up run or the New Year's run was sensational. Then last start just absolutely bombed out behind Bombs Away, really. I guess the positive here, though, Barrier 3 should get every chance.
There's a couple others we have to have a look at, Adam. Number 4, Candlelight Star. Now, was in the Mungarup Stud sprint there down at Mount Barker and was just so unlucky. 7th of 11 on that occasion. Just held up for a run. If you go back and watch the replay, it should have run a lot closer and finished a lot closer.
Jerry Noski still trying to find a way out. As you mentioned, it was a really good performance. I thought the horse was looming well. We know it has such a good turn of speed. I think the 1,400 metres is ideal here and he can definitely win.
Also Barry at 12 as well, I think is ideal. And number 8, Ros Martini, of course, the Belmont Oaks and Belmont Classic winner. Great to see her returning.
Well, if she's matured even more again, she'll be very hard to beat. She'll be another one that's out in front for this Simon Miller stable. One we haven't mentioned, though, that I'm going to put on top is number 1, Falcon Crest, has won 2 from 4 first up, and Jared Noski just rides his horse so well. From number 4, Candlelight Star, number 9, Settlers Creek, and number 2, Shallow.
I've got the 4 on top, Candlelight Star, Adam. From the 8, Ros Martini, 6, Red Publisher, and 9, Settlers Creek.
Time now to turn our attention to the best bets of the card, and I'm going to go with race 5, number 2, Durendal, and then race 7, number 4, Maginica. Mark?
I'm going race 4, number 2, Pinzu, and race 8, number 4, Candlelight Star.
As we always do say, you can follow us on social media, Facebook, Twitter and Instagram. We'd love to have your interaction throughout the day as well. And of course, do go to perthracing.com.au for all of your event information. On behalf of both of us, hopefully found you plenty of winners.